Today on the Grill Top Experience, we're going to make a peach glazed ham good for any holiday. Now, I wanted to cook this on my kettle, but the door to the shed wouldn't open enough once the ground freezes. Now, every winter I swear I'm going to fix it on the spring, so here it is on the Genesis instead. Most people show you how to make a fancy ham taste good, but I bought the cheapest ham I could find and want to make it taste amazing. Now, it wasn't spiral sliced on top, so I had to cut a crosshatch to increase the surface area for the glaze. That just makes more room for the caramelized goodness that we want. Add half a cup of water into the cast iron pan to keep it moist, and wrap it tightly in aluminum foil. Now, it was at this moment that I found out we were getting an extra house guest, and I needed to get this ham done in a real hurry. So like my car salesman once said, sometimes you need the turbo boosters. With that, I threw away the instructions and cranked the grill up to 450 degrees instead of the recommended 325. Now for the secret sauce. Start with a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar and add 2 or 3 tablespoons of peach jam. This one happens to be a batch I made from the peaches in my yard, and it tastes much better than store-bought. But I have to say, store-bought is better than no jam at all. Then you're going to add 2 or 3 tablespoons of a spicy Dijon mustard, which brings out a savory note in the sauce. As you can see, these measurements aren't exact, and they don't have to be to have it turn out right. Finally, you're going to add some fresh ground pepper to taste. Then give the glaze a good stir. You're looking for a fairly thick consistency so it coats the ham well. An hour and a half later, and in half the expected time, the ham had reached 140 degrees, was out of the danger zone, and was ready for glazing. Now, it's important not to overheat the ham because you'll dry it out and your efforts will be a complete waste. The next step is to pour out the liquid and save it for gravy for mashed potatoes, but taste it first. You might want to add some water to reduce the salt. Pour off as much liquid as you can, but stop before the ham falls into the pan. The ham was looking pretty happy at this point, but we still have to glaze it. Next, we're going to cover the ham with half of the glaze, making sure we cover every single part of it. Now, it was at this point the propane tank frosted over and robbed the turbo booster of its heat. So I swapped out the tank with one for my warm garage and got the temps back up. That's something to keep in mind with your winter grilling. Now watch the ham carefully and make sure the glaze doesn't burn. It should take about 5 minutes to set up before you put on the second coat, and another 5 minutes before it's done. Now, everybody loved this recipe, including the unexpected guests, and no one would have expected that it was cooked in only an hour and 45 minutes. If you have a favorite ham glaze, leave it in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos about grilling, smoking, and cooking with fire, subscribe to stay in the loop.